If you are not guilty of a crime, why would you throw away his clothes and delete messages and not even call his mother?
We just want to know. We just want to know what happened and why our baby didn't come home. Like that's our biggest thing.
If you're not guilty of anything, why do you throw away his clothes? Why do you delete every message you sent him? Why don't you even call his mother? That's not a rhetorical question. Two grieving mothers in two different states are asking it right now. Here's Promise 1. A cell phone becomes the most important piece of evidence in both of these deaths. In one case, that phone gets someone arrested. In the other, it might still be sitting deleted, waiting. Here's Promise 2. Two families who've never met hired the exact same attorney. Not by coincidence, because he saw one pattern in both stories. Nolan Xavier Wells was 18, a wide receiver from Mississippi. On July 4th, he went to Horn Island with friends. He never came back with them. His body was found 2 days later. Daniel Irving was also 18, from the Dallas area. On April 13th, he jumped off a bridge into Lake Ray Hubbard with two friends. He surfaced once, called for help, and went under. He never came back up. If cases like this, the kind where every detail raises more questions, are why you're here, subscribe now. You're going to want to see how both of these end. Nolan's friends left the island believing he'd catch another ride. His phone and keys stayed with them, not him. 13 hours passed before an official search request went out. Daniel's friends didn't call 911. They didn't call his mother. They threw away his clothes. They threw his phone in a ditch. One later admitted he deleted every message between them. That's not panic. That's a decision. Then another. Then another. Is this one broken system failing two families the same way, or two unrelated tragedies that just look alike? You're about to see the evidence, and you won't unsee the pattern. You've heard the accusation. Now watch what the evidence actually says. Nolan's friends said he'd find another ride off a remote barrier island. Think about that. There is no catch another ride off Horn Island. Someone left without confirming he was safe. His phone stayed behind. His keys stayed behind. By 11 p.m., someone called the Coast Guard informally. The sheriff's office didn't officially request assistance until noon the next day. 13 hours, unexplained. His body was found that Monday morning. Officials said early on they suspected accidental drowning. No foul play. Before the autopsy results even came back. Nolan's mother, Christine Wansley, didn't accept that. She flew his body to Washington, D.C. for an independent autopsy, partly funded by Colin Kaepernick. She brought in attorney Ben Crump, now Texas. Daniel, Lucas Rower, and a 17-year-old jumped together. When Daniel didn't resurface, the other two left. They dumped his clothes in a tree line. They threw his phone in a ditch. Rower told detectives he deleted every message he'd sent Daniel because he knew there'd be an investigation. Daniel's mother, Tamika Irving, says police couldn't even ping her son's phone until after his body was already recovered. Legal restrictions blocked it. While that data sat frozen, critical hours disappeared. The medical examiner ruled Daniel's death an accidental drowning. That's a completed finding. Nolan's case still has none. 2 boys, 2 phones, 2 very different outcomes, so far. The facts are almost identical. What happens next in each case is not. Here's what makes Daniel's case different. 3 months after that accidental ruling, police arrested both Rower and the 17-year-old. Not for causing his death, for what they did after. That's the line the law actually draws. Here's how it breaks down. Failing to call 911 can be explained by panic. Deleting messages cannot. Disposing of a phone is a deliberate act, not a freeze response. An accidental ruling and criminal charges can exist in the same file. Those are 2 separate legal questions: cause of death and what happened after. Nolan's case has no ruling yet. no charges. Just a mother who says the texts and photos on her son's phone don't match a boy who documented everything. Ben Crump represents both families. He's been direct about it. 2 young men went out with friends and came back without them. If you were in that water and your friend didn't come back up, be honest. What's the first thing you'd actually do? Tell us below. One family already has an answer to what comes next. The other is about to find out. One question keeps surfacing. Is this a broken system or 2 unrelated tragedies? Let's be fair here. A pattern doesn't prove anything by itself, but both mothers describe the exact same obstacle, locked out of their son's phone before police even were. Daniel died in April. It took 3 months and public pressure before any arrest happened. Advocates say the urgency his case deserved wasn't there in the early weeks. Nolan died in July. Within 2 weeks, his case had FBI attention, national coverage, and an independent autopsy funded by a former NFL star. That gap should bother you. Subscribe now, because whichever case moves next, you'll see it here first. So ask yourself, did Nolan's case move faster because it deserved it, or because the internet was already watching? Do you think Nolan's case only gets real answers because people are watching? Say why in the comments. Both mothers asked for the same thing, in almost the same words. What they got back looked nothing alike. Before you decide who's right, listen to what both mothers actually asked for. Nolan Wells cooked his parents salmon the night before he died. He hugged his mother goodbye. Daniel Irving's mother still calls him amazing months later. The kind of son this simply wasn't supposed to happen to. Here's what's actually proven. Daniel's death is officially ruled accidental. 2 people face evidence tampering charges, not homicide. Nolan's cause of death hasn't been released. No charges exist in his case at all. Neither mother is asking for a guaranteed verdict. Christine Wansley says she just wants the same respect anyone else would get. Tamika Irving's attorney says the same thing, in almost identical words. That's the whole ask. Not a predetermined outcome, just the ordinary seriousness any family should expect by default. If you want to know the moment either case gets new charges or a ruling, subscribe now. We're not walking away from either of these families. One pattern, repeating twice, or 2 unrelated tragedies that only look alike? Tell us your honest verdict below. Rest easy, Nolan. Rest easy, Daniel. We'll keep following both of your stories until someone gets real answers.